Hi guys, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 44. So here's where we left off on Wednesday. Let's go ahead and get our cutter out. And we're going to also do some background technique on that. So on our cutter, I'm going to take the 3x3 square and I'm going to line it up diagonally. I'm going to line it up diagonally, not on the cutting strip or the cutting groove, but on this groove here, because I want this to be off center. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's lined up there. So then we have my first piece. Then we can decide, again, I don't want it to be on center. I don't want it to go right down the middle, is what I mean to say. So let's go ahead and do this. And then we'll bring it all the way over here. I'm lining up this cut edge now with the line on the cutter so that it's straight. Because what you'll notice is if you don't do it straight, it really shows up on your card. Okay, so now I have 4 equal pieces that are cut apart like that. I'm going to bring it over here like this so they stay in the same position. And I'm going to decide which way I want to orient this on my card. Do I want to do it straight up and down? Do I want to do it at the top? Do I want to do it like this? I think I'm going to do it at the top and have it open this way. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and we'll glue this down. Now on this, I do like using the multi-purpose glue. Oh, excuse me. I do like using the multi-purpose glue for this just so I can move it around a bit. So, and this is just the green glue put in a precision bottle. All right, sorry. And we're going to get how far I want, or the kind of outline frame I want on that. I'm going to pick up my next piece. So I want to make sure when I lay this down that it's the same direction. I'm not a big fan of the green glue, but it does have its time and place. Now on this, you want to make sure that you're somewhat, now your lines, your outside lines may not always be exact. See, like here it's a little bit off. It's going to be about the best we can do, because remember, you are taking this and cutting it apart. So it will sometimes not line up perfectly. And with me, you know, it'll never line up perfectly. All right. So I'm trying to get a little bit of an edge, trying to keep that still somewhat. And the reason why it's not going to line up perfectly is because you're leaving a gap here. And that gap's always going to throw off your outside edge a little bit. So if you're looking for perfection, this is probably not the one, the cut for you. So here again, I'm going to try to get as close as I can in so that line's not too off. All right, so you can see how that goes a little off. Like I said, it's not going to be exact, especially when you're using a smaller piece of paper. Now, if you're using, let's say, a 4x4 square, you probably could get it to be a little more reasonable. But the bigger your piece of paper, the more that line's going to be a little bit off, because, like I said, you're leaving a gap that wasn't there before. All right, so now, as long as we have this out to help camouflage that line, we're going to put a little bit of distraction on there. So let's go ahead and pick up one of these. Put just a little bit of glue on there. Now I have glue on the card. All right, I'm not sure if I even have any glue left on that now. Probably not. Let's try this again. Just a little bit of glue. Awful quiet. How's it going for you guys on Friday? I'll let you know I didn't get a lot of extra examples done just because I had my infusion appointment yesterday and kind of was just really tired last night. A little bit achy. So I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I do have a few examples for you. All right. So see now how these kind of trick your eye into not noticing that there's that gap there, that there's that non-line line. All right, so let's come over here. Oh, I did that upside down. See that? All right, let me put that back in here. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do on this. I think for this, let me see, I'm trying to think of the different folders I have. I'm over here looking. Oh, I have the fern. That will be pretty. All right. Put it back in there. All right, remember we're doing it like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to ink it up on this side. And I'm going to ink it up with a fairly light color. Let's see. Oh, what color do I want to do? I don't know if Lost Lagoon will work great. I'm going to first try it with just pressing it down to get a little bit of that. So we want to ink it on this rough side. And we'll just see how that does as an imprint or as just a print. If we don't like it, then we'll run another piece through and actually emboss it. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, not bad. And you can just run this right underneath the sink. It's not going to stain your embossing folder at all. Sorry. So now let's figure out all right, kind of like that. It's a little busy, but if I bring it down here like this, I'm going to do it like that because I'm going to cover this up with a majority of the... oh, excuse me. Let me get a quick drink of water real quick. Bad sinus day. Already. All right. Sorry about that. I'm sure with the microphone my daughter gave me, that came up just as loud as ever. All right. Let's go ahead and lay this down. Let's go ahead and, do I want to pop? I think I'll pop this up. Put that away. I think I have all the stickies off. Yep. All right, now let's come over here I've got to have, I'm pretty sure I have to have some green in my little leftover strips. Don't want to do peacock. I'm going to cut this one down a little bit. All right, so I want to cut this down about 1/4 of an inch because that's the same size right now. You know what? No, I'm going to go 1/2 an inch. So I'm just cutting it off over here on the side. All right, so and now if you watched my live, I'm going to grab out my little measuring things and figure out what size I think I want this. That's too big. We go like this so some of the smaller ones fall out. There we go. All right, I think I like that because I want to bring this down over here. So I'm going to do a 1 by 2 1/4 scrap. Let me grab one of my scraps of basic white. 1 by 2 1/4. So let me cut, bent that corner. 2 1/4 by 1. I know you can't see me cut this, but you all know how to cut cardstock. I know you do. All right. You know what? I think I want just a little, where'd that fall through? Just want a little bit. Just a little bit on there. And I'm going to come through, and I think I'm going to use Go To Greetings because I always use Go To Greetings. All right. Go right down there where it's a little less. And maybe I should, you know what? I'm not going to do it on that side. What I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and put down my happy birthday. And instead of doing that, I'm just going to take my budding brush that has a little bit of green on it and just put a little bit of green on there. Just so it's not so stark white. Yeah, I'll pick that up in a second. So let's go here. Get how I want that to be. I'm getting to the end of this one too. I'm trying to, because I got my refills from Stampin' Up. Oh, I don't know where that lid went. I'm going to step on it here and you guys will hear me say some nasty words. No, I won't. So sometimes they're out of the, of course, when I want to after get it in, they're out of the seal refills. So when they are in, I get like 6 of them. That way I don't run out again for a little while. So I want all of these to run down so I can get the new refills in there. Oh, and hey, talking about running out of things. So remember how I was gabbing about, oh, I got a lot of glue on there. It's all right, it dries clear. I was talking about how it didn't, my order didn't go out 2nd day air. Well, it did, but it didn't. So it got here, and I just called Stampin' Up, and I just was asking, hey, was there a problem with, you know, the shipping? And very nice agent. All their agents are so sweet. This is really proving to be a little bit difficult here. Now I got way too much on there. So the agent I spoke to, oh my gosh, now I have glue on my finger, so it wants to stick on my finger. All right, we're getting another one out. So the agent I talked to anyway, yeah, they did have some, and they were going ahead and either they could refund the difference of the second day air, or they could give me a full credit, like a coupon code that I can use on a future order. So I took that option. So that's why I say I get upset with Stampin' Up, but they always make it right. So that's why I'm really mad at them more than 1% of the time, which is pretty good odds, because if you ask my husband, I'm mad with him a lot more than that. All right, let me clean up some of the mess I have here. I don't know where my lid is for this. It'll show up. It's probably on my side table. And I'm going to step on that lid any second now. I know it. All right, so anyway, here we are for episode 44. Let me show you the examples I did get done. So on this one, I took the strips and I cut this down to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. No, I left it this way. Sorry, I did leave it that way. So these are 1 1/2 and 1 1/4. So that's where you get your 3 3/4 from. Remember, on this side you have 3 by 3 3/4. So this square here, I cut down on the 3 3/4 side at 1 1/4. Got 3 even border frames for that. So there's that one. On this one, I took that 3 by 3 square, and let me see if I can grab another one just to show you. I've been playing with this old paper. So first you do an inch cut there. Then you do an inch cut here, and then an inch cut here. And then you spread it apart, left a little bit of a gap, so I could of course use that Go To Greetings again on a small strip on the inside. And my last one, you guys know me, I buy a lot of ribbon, but do I use it? No. So this is that fabulous pecan pie ribbon. I don't even know where I put it up here on my table. Here it is. It's just beautiful. You probably can't tell, but there's a little bit of a, let me go down, a little bit of a sheen to it. It's very pretty. Oh, there, maybe you saw it there. There's a little bit of a sheen to it. So this one, I just cut that 3 by 3 square right on the diagonal, mounted them on either side of that card, and did the little, just a note on the inside, and used of course those pearlescent opals on there. So yeah, there you are. The example we went through today, doing off-center diagonal cuts. Here we did the diagonal cut. Here we did strips across, and here we did 1 inch all around. So there you are, guys. Hope you have a great Friday. I hope to be on this weekend, but I have mandatory overtime tomorrow. So we'll see. Maybe if I get energetic, I'll record something tonight and post it tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll see you hopefully sometime on Saturday or Sunday to stamp a little bit. Thanks, guys. Have a great Friday.